Hello. Let's try this again and see if Facebook will be good to me this time. Facebook does that to me sometimes. Facebook sometimes does that to me. Or it's just, my live stream just stops. All right. But it will never stop me from talking. Facebook, you can't stop me, okay? All right. So let's do this again. All right. Let's talk affirmations for a second. Those of you who hang out with me know I'm all about psychic gifts and law of attraction and manifestation, because with all of those things, I feel those are the ways to make real lasting change in your life. Okay, understanding how to use the law of attraction and manifestation, but in a real way. So I'm going to talk about real world shit here, and tapping into your psychic gifts. You become unstoppable at that point. Okay. Now, with all of that comes a lot of work underneath that. So let's make that clear, like trauma healing, like, just learning how to receive. And there's so many confidence building, a whole bunch of different things that go into that. But ultimately, those two things can change your life: your intuitive psychic gifts and learning how to use law of attraction and manifestation. But you've probably seen up until now a lot of, different coaches or healers or intuitives or whatever talk about manifestation in a way that you look at them and go, yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. Like, what do you mean? I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm seeing all these pictures of these, women who have the perfect makeup and the perfect hair, and they're carrying their Chanel bag, and they have on their Manolo Blahniks, and they're either sitting in a bathtub full of money, holding some champagne, or maybe they're walking down the streets of Paris, just jet setting along, talking about how they manifested all this stuff by simply becoming an energetic match for it, and by using these tools like journaling and affirmations and other things. And you're sitting there going, how do I even become an energetic match for something that I've never experienced, right? So, and I've tried this shit. I've tried the affirmations. I've tried the journaling. It doesn't work for me. What do you mean? So while you're looking at them longingly, wondering how the fuck they do it, and you want to be able to do that shit too, which, by the way, you can, okay? Little secret. Yes, you can. But there are some things that they might not be diving really deeply into in their posts, in their videos, in their Instagram stories, and all that fun stuff. So you're just seeing their end result, and you're not really seeing all the stuff that really goes into it. And maybe you've even taken classes or done things or been in some of those groups, and you feel like, still, why isn't this shit working for me? Like, supposedly, if I'm just in these women's energy, then I just, should be able to learn by osmosis and manifest this stuff. I see all these other people saying they just come into these groups and all of a sudden they've manifested money. What the hell? So I'm keeping this real and especially if you're my age, like if you're in 40s, your 50s, you're like, you need the real world shit. Like, you need to see the results. You need to know the step by step. You need to know how this happens, or you need to know why it's not happening. I don't need this, well, you just don't want it bad enough. Well, you're just not calibrating to the energy of it. You're like, what? Why? No. I call bullshit. Okay, so when I do too, actually, I'm calling some bullshit. And all that other stuff that you've been seeing so far is wonderful and great. And I'm not criticizing any other, entrepreneur, coach, healer, teacher, whatever, that does this work and who have amazing six-figure, multiple 6, 7-figure businesses. My CEO hat is off to them, okay? Because they've mastered their craft. I'm going to teach this in a different way. I'm going to take this into sort of a real world thing. I am a believer that we're a spiritual being having a human experience, so we need to mix the 5D consciousness with a 3D reality, and we need to keep it real. And sometimes it's not always the way it is, as easy as it's said. It really isn't. So what do? Let's take affirmations for a second. Let's work on this a little bit. So affirmations are statements that you make when you want to manifest something into your life. You make a statement declaring what it is that you want, as if you already have it, or as if you're already doing it, or as if you're already being it. And why are you doing that? Because Usually when we're not manifesting, or we're not going for our dreams, or it's not happening, or we're frustrated and we feel like we're in a shit sandwich. By the way, side note, we manifest all the time. You don't need to know any fucking serious process or method, okay? We manifest constantly with our thoughts and our words and our actions, constantly. So that's why it is said you need to become an energetic match for what it is that you want. Because if you say at the beginning of the day, if you wake up, put your feet on the floor, and you say, this is going to be a shitty day, you've just made an affirmation, whether you say it out loud or you think it in your head. And I'm going to wager a guess that 9 times out of 10, maybe even 10 times out of 10, what do you end up with? A shitty day. Everything you see, everything that happens, everyone you come across, you get more and more and more evidence of a shitty day. And why is that? Is because that is now the filter that you're seeing your day through. It's going to be a shitty day. So the universe is going to co-create with it and go, oh, okay, so she's asking for a shitty day. I'm going to show her evidence of this all day long. Okay, so there it is. Or if you're like, God, I always attract shit relationships. Did you ever notice that whoever you're dating just ghosts you that day, or, you know, whatever it is, you break up with someone, or you meet someone and it's someone who, you know, you get into get into another one of those relationships. It's so consistent. If you really stop and look at it, it's so damn consistent, and it's not spiritual bypassing. That makes me nuts when people say it, like this energetic stuff is just spiritual bypassing bullshit, because it's not. The thing is, in order to become an energetic match for something, there's usually a lot more work that needs to be done than coaches and healers and influencers say. It's not just a matter of saying it, thinking it, and boom, all the stars align and you get exactly what you want. And everything's beautiful and juicy. There's usually some things that need to happen first, and it's individual for everybody. And so this is why I'm going to start teaching this in a different way, okay? So for affirmations, let's take this on. So affirmations are basically reprogramming your subconscious so that the limiting beliefs that you hold about what you can be, do, and have in this world, we all have those limiting beliefs that we got from childhood, from our parents, from our teachers, our culture, all the subliminal programming and messages that we've ever gotten. Everybody has them. So those oftentimes end up as blocks and get in our way when we're trying to manifest stuff into our life. So the affirmations are statements that make it clear what our desire is and reprogram that subconscious mind. But oftentimes we don't believe what we're saying. Sometimes we just don't. It's hard to get in the energy of something we've never manifested, or get excited about it when we've never experienced it. Or when our limiting beliefs are so fucking deep, our programming is so deep that we can't just unravel it simply with words. Even if you've said the affirmations for 6 months straight, it'll probably help a little bit, right? It'll raise your vibration a little bit. It's going to do something. It's like if you did 1 sit-up every day for 6 months, would your stomach be toned? A little bit more. Would you have the 6-pack you were thinking of? No. So it helps some, but there's a lot more that goes into it. So if you're not believing it and your subconscious is going, yeah, right, then it's probably going to trip off some sort of like emergency signal to your nervous system. This is unsafe. This is something new. This is hitting on some trauma or some situation from your past where a belief that it's not safe to earn money, it's not safe to be a rich, wealthy person because maybe you were taught that they are, shady people, or they have to ignore their families, or whatever it is that you were taught. It's going to trip off your nervous system into like a fight or flight response because it's something new, it's something changing, your ego wants to protect you, or it's saying that something's not safe. You were brought up to believe that it's not safe. So your body's going to go into all of its coping strategies. And so you can say the words, but there's going to be no feeling behind it, no meaning behind it, and no energy and enthusiasm. So you can keep saying it, but you're not going to feel it fully. So instead of saying, just keep saying it, just say it more, just do more and more. I'm going to do this because if you're going to the gym and doing 1 sit-up per month or 1 sit-up per day for a few months, you'll see a little bit of results. But You know that if you did more of the work, you'd get better results. But if you're not, then something's holding you back from going all in. So on the affirmations, we're just going to make an adjustment to the words. So you're still saying it, but it sounds more realistic to your subconscious. So for example, here are some things. Instead of, we'll take money. This seems to be a big one a lot. I am a millionaire. If you desire to be financially free and you want to have $1 million in your bank account, I have $1 million in my bank account. I am a millionaire. Your subconscious might be going, yeah, right. I don't think so, sister. Like, no way, bitch. That's not happening. And all the limiting beliefs are tripping off underneath. All of the safety coping mechanisms and all the protection is tripping off in your body. So to get into resistance to this idea, even if you're saying the words, your whole body and mind is in resistance. So we're going to do something that sounds a little different. Let's change the words. Let's start with something different. Instead of saying I am or I have as if it's already happening and you just cannot believe that shit. Yes, you can adjust the words to say, instead of I am a millionaire, you can say I am a 5-figure earner. I am a 6-figure earner. You can adjust it down a little bit to bring it closer to where you're at currently. But you can also adjust the words in the beginning to say, instead of declaring as if it's happening, because you can't get in that energy and you can't tap into that feeling, and you're not wrong and you're not broken for that, and it doesn't mean you don't want it or you don't have a desire. It just means that you need some extra help right now, calming down your nervous system and calming down your coping strategies so that it can allow the words to really sink in. Okay, so, and you're not in resistance. So I am getting closer to being a millionaire. I am willing to do what it takes to be a millionaire. I can be a millionaire, or I can be a high income earner. I choose to be who I need to be to become a millionaire. I choose to be a higher income earner. I am getting closer and closer, like I said, to becoming a millionaire. Use a little bit of adjustment in the words. Doesn't that make you feel a little calmer? Like not as panicked, not as like, yeah, right, not as like, this is stupid, or this ain't gonna happen. That's great for her, for Instagram Barbie bitch, but not for me. You try something like that. Try adjusting those words. I'm gonna say the phrases again so you can, when you write out affirmations or you're saying them, try to play with these words. I am getting closer to, I am willing to, I can be, instead of I am, I can be, I choose to be, or I choose to have $1 million. I choose to do what it takes. I choose to have $1 million in my bank account. So I choose to be available for the soulmate love of my life. Not, I have my soulmate right now and you're not feeling it. It's, I choose to be available for the soulmate love of my life. I choose to be who I need to be to attract my divine soulmate. You can use any circumstances, any situation. So there's my quick manifestation tip today for us real world bitches, us manifestation and magic queens. And by the way, what I have for you is a little gifty on my website today. I'm always going to tell you about the free gifties. So it's a chakra clearing meditation. Go to thejenniferlyn.com/chakra. I'm going to put that link below. Come on into my group, Magic and Manifestation Queens. I'll put the link below to that too, because all throughout November, we're going to be talking about manifesting and psychic gifts, how they're related, how to use them together, and why you want to do this. So it's not just about the, rose gold fucking background and the gold, the furry pillows and the gold balloons that say, yay me. You can celebrate yourself all day long, by the way, sister, and you should. But you know what I'm saying? It's not about Instagram perfect manifestation, using all these things and boom, all this just happened for me magically because I'm fucking magic. Yes, you are fucking magic, by the way, but there's a lot that goes into that. There's a lot that goes into that. And everyone is different, and getting there, depending on where you are in your journey, everyone is different. So getting there takes some work and it takes some time, and it's totally okay. And it's possible for you too. So That's all I got to say about that. I love you all so much. If you feel like anyone needs to hear this and needs to understand manifestation or psychic gifts or affirmations, please share this video out. And any questions, drop me a comment or message me. I'm here for you, and we're going to keep on talking about this shit. All right, I love you guys. Bye.